Committee. Well, new legislation is introduced to shield farm workers from deportation and put them on a path toward earned legal status and eventual citizenship. Joining us now is Paul Schlegel. He's with the American Farm Bureau Federation in Washington, D.C. And Paul, how does Farm Bureau view this new bill taking place?
We're very happy to see that Congresswoman Zoe Lofgren, who chairs the Immigration Subcommittee, is giving ag labor a high priority. That's a positive step. The bill that's been introduced addresses one element of the situation we face, which is legalization of our current workers. It does not have any language about a current an agriculture guest worker program. That's as important issue as anything. So it's a start. It's a positive start. We've talked with the Congresswoman's staff to work on a broader bill, and so we're hopeful we can get something that works for all of ag producers.
What exactly do you think the legislation should also address, and is there a chance of getting it put in?
Well, there is a chance. The devil will be in the details. What we need is a guest worker program that works for all producers in all parts of the country, in every commodity, every region, every time of the year. So we need to have something that's available to dairy producers. We need something that mushroom producers, that year-round livestock can use. The bill doesn't have any of that. It just addresses the issue of the current workforce. That's an important element, but we also need a program for what we call the future flow. In the future, when a grower needs labor, they have to know they can be able to get it, and that's what we need to work on.
Well, Paul, as you said, this is a start to the talks on Capitol Hill, but what's next?
Well, the next step in the process, as the Congresswoman's staff has indicated, they're going to reach out to Republican members, try to see where they can find agreement. And we had a bill last year Chairman Goodlatte had, which had very many good elements. One of the ways it fell short, frankly, was what Congresswoman Lofgren is doing now on the current workforce. So somehow, if we could marry those two ideas, what Mr. Goodlatte had on a worker program and what she has on a legalization program, we'd be well on the way to a solution.
All right. Well, Paul, what can viewers maybe need to do as far as talking to their legislators, but also on the home front? Are there other issues that you expect them to bring forward?
Well, clearly what they need to do is when they talk to policymakers is underscore the critical nature of the issue, that we need legislation, and the only way we can get a solution is Congress must act. We cannot get this through regulation. It's got to be legislation. So it's a top priority, and we need members on both sides of the aisle to work together. We need the administration to work to weigh in. President Trump at our annual meeting last week, he identified this as an issue, said he wants to be helpful. That's great. We all need to get together and find a solution.
All right, Paul, thank you very much for joining us again. AFBF Public Policy and Economics Managing Director Paul Schlegel with the American Farm Bureau.